The president of the EFF, Julius Malema, have just been denied a visa to the UK in order for him to go and deliver his speech to one of the conference in the university, and they did deny him this visa without giving him a proper explanation or a reason why they did not want to allow him to go to the UK. The EFF came in the media to denounce this kind of behaviors from the UK government. But come to think of it, why they denied this visa to Julius Malema? That is the capital question that we are going to discuss with you in this video. And we have made a serious research in order for us to understand, is this the first time these kind of things are taking place or not? If Julius Malema have been in the UK before, what did Julius Malema said wrong that can make these people to deny him this visa this time without giving a proper explanation or excuse to whatsoever could be their reasons? Well, I want you guys to pay attention to this video which I'm about to play for you, and let us listen to Julius Malema the last time that he visited the United Kingdom in order for you to understand everything. Watch this video more careful, then we'll be back with more analysis.
We come from a country where students are in the forefront of the struggle. We come from a country where students are leading the struggle against colonialism. We come from a country where students are fighting against white supremacy and a capitalist system that has divided our country and excluded the indigenous people of South Africa and Africa as a whole. Because you've got a situation where in South Africa, the rich have got extremely more than the poor. We've got a situation where the rich love animals than the people. The dogs of rich people in South Africa have got medical aids, but the domestic workers and university workers, the farm workers, the petrol attendants, the security guards do not have medical aids, neither do they have rights as workers. They all work for a system called labor brokers. The EFF emerged in South Africa because South African working class demanded a proper representative of the working class. EFF emerged in South Africa because the unemployment increased in South Africa. The poverty levels increased in South Africa. The inequality increased in South Africa. We have a situation where the levels of corruption in South Africa are actually institutionalized. You get a senior position on the basis of to what extent are you corrupt. If you are anti-corruption, you never get a promotion because the state favors those who are corrupt. We have a situation in South Africa where a white-owned capitalism or economic system has been exploiting our people, and our people have not been benefiting from the mineral resources in our country. We have a company called the London Mine, which is mining in a place called Marikana. In that mine, the mine has got everything, all the basic needs: water, electricity, roads. And just next to a mine is a township or a village where black people stay without water and electricity, without roads, without proper schools. Yet London Mine is taking their platinum and reinforcing and making London and Britain to be what it is. Literally, between the mine and the community is a dumping area where the children coming from that community go and look for food in that dumping area. It is in the same mine where 34 workers were killed by a London mine. Those workers did not demand anything except a living wage. One of the workers in an interview, when he was interviewed and he was told, "You are looking for too much money, yet you are not educated. Why do you look for so much money? You have not been to school." He said, "I want this money so that I can take my child to school, so that my child cannot be like me. I want to produce a CEO of a mine." They were fighting to have roof over their head. They did not have weapons in their hands. But the government of the day responded to those genuine demands of the people by sending police with rifles, and people were killed because they demanded enough money to take their kids to school. Some of them, when police arrived, they raised their hands and pleaded that police should not kill them. Police shot defenseless masses of our people. One of the people who was shot there was one man who was wearing a green blanket called Mambush, with more than 7 bullets found on his head on a close range, because they demanded money and more money from London mine. When people demand water, they get shot at and killed by the government. When people demand better living conditions, the response of the state is to kill those people. We're fighting against that. When the students demand free education, they get locked up by the regime. We're fighting against that. We're fighting for equality in our country. We do not want to replace white supremacy with black supremacy. We want to create a society where all of us exist as human beings and not as white and black. We want to restore the dignity of the African continent and position Africa as an equal partner in the world economy and international politics. We want Africa to be like Europe. We don't want Europe to treat Africa like it is its own subject. Africa's time is now. No one should continue with the exploitation of our minerals without our involvement. Not even China will be allowed to recolonize Africa. We are called economic freedom fighters because we want any foreign direct investment to come and invest in Africa through our own terms and to the benefits of the people of Africa. It might be a dream. Some might think it's not real. But we know we're going to achieve it. For because this dream is not just a dream, but a generational mission. It's a generational mission we are not prepared to sell out. We want to restore the dignity of African people. We want to ensure that African people are equal partners in trade, in politics, in every subject that the world is debating. We want to follow in the footsteps of Nelson Mandela. Because Nelson Mandela, when he left his term as a president, he said the struggle continues. He said so because he knew that political freedom without economic freedom is incomplete. People cannot eat a cross. People want to put bread on the table. So, like many African leaders, we have committed not to betray the dreams of those who came before us. Like many African leaders, we want to unite the people of Africa to have a common agenda and common purpose. We want Africa to unite and Africa to reclaim its land and its resources. The EFF speaks about expropriation of land without compensation because we know that when the land was taken in Africa was through genocide. Why would we reward genocide? We cannot reward genocide, but we want land because land guarantees us of the sovereignty of South Africa and the African continent. We cannot claim to be Africans, yet we have nothing to show as a proof that indeed we are Africans. For because we do not even have title deeds to prove that we are the owners of the land, we have nothing to show. When you go into mines, it's multinational companies. When you go into banks, it's multinational companies. When you go into monopoly industries, it's multinational companies. We cannot even own and protect our own agricultural sector with our fertile land in Africa, because Europe and the entire developed countries use Africa and South Africa as a dumping site. Every lower grade food get to be dumped in our countries, undermining our own agriculture. When we say those things, we are called communist, we are called anarchist, we are called radicals, because we must continue to bow before a white supremacist. We're refusing that. We're refusing to bow before imperialism and colonialism. We want a total control of our own country and our own land. We in South Africa, black and white, we coexist as people. When we fight colonialism, we do not fight white people. We come from a bad history of apartheid, where white people have exploited us for far too long. Yet, we have extended a hand of friendship. There are many others who are still refusing and still wanting to act as if we live in the apartheid era. Those do not deserve to live amongst those who want a united South Africa, black and white. It is of their own problem. We are not going to be an international home of racists. We are not going to be an international capital city of racism. We refuse that black people must still bow before white people. And that does not mean you must go away. We are going to reverse the legacy of apartheid through robust engagement and not through pretentious arrangements. We are still hating. We have seen people dying before us. We have seen many, many children killed by apartheid regime. Yet we came out and said, we remain brothers. But there are those who are refusing to show remorse and wanting to perpetuate that which happened during apartheid times. We owe no one no apology when we say South Africa is no home of racists. And racism must be fought everywhere else, including here in Oxford. It must be fought everywhere else in New York, where black people get to be shot at by police at will without serious action. We cannot protect white privilege at the expense of the majority African people in South Africa and the whole entire African continent. We are hated for saying that. We are hated for demanding that we must all be treated as equals. It's not going to change that. We will rather die for a dream that is going to be realized by many generations after us. Even if we don't realize it ourselves, we've made a commitment to lay a firm foundation for generations to come. We seek to inspire confidence amongst many, many, many African masses that they must stand on their own. In this day and era, you still have a situation where there are African states paying colonial tax to France. France, it is what it is because of those African states. You have the reserve banks of African states in France and not in Africa itself. And we must accept that and say it is acceptable, it is in the interest of Africa. It is not. We want Africans to have control over their own currency. We want Africans to have control over their own economy and what constitutes their own economy. Our struggle seeks to inspire that.
You say quite clearly, I would arm Vladimir Putin.
Yes.
You know that the International Criminal Court wants Vladimir Putin to face war crimes charges.
It must start with Tony Blair. It must start with George Bush. It must go to Barack Obama. Then it can go to Putin.
So let's get this straight. You're saying to me that your policy, if you were in power in South Africa, is quite simple. That your enemy's enemy, and it seems you regard the US and its allies as the enemy,
Yes.
your enemy's enemy
Yes.
is your friend. Never mind if he's a suspected war criminal. Never mind if the UN and the ICC say they have compelling evidence of Russian war crimes. You don't care. As far as you're concerned, my enemy's enemy is my friend.
You're exaggerating, but another point which you don't want me to go there is that Tony Blair accepted that they were wrong about Saddam Hussein to an extent that he did an apology of a thug, right? You have never called for his arrest. A man admitting that I was wrong. To how many people died there, killed by those people. So all I'm saying is we are with President Putin because it's not enemy of my enemy. It is an anti-imperialist agenda that says the American dominance and its allies should be undermined at all costs.
And it will be wrong of me to leave this mic without saying to Britain and everybody else who care, we do not mourn the death of a colonizer and a murderer who came and killed our people, and she's wearing proudly a stolen goods on her head. We have nothing to do with the Queen. Renakas Bedi, but Bauquaribuleli, Slagabona, Marawena, Kele Kodu, Lele Bolaile Batubarena. Ba utswa di minerale tsa mo Africa, ba utswa di minerale tsa all over Africa. Today people tweet, hey we mourn the Queen. But when Helen Zille tweeted and said that not everything is bad about colonialism, you all said Helen Zille is a racist. How can she praise colonialism? By mourning and praising the Queen, you are celebrating colonialism. You are not different from Helen Zille. We were not colonized by the land called Britain. We were colonized by the leadership of Britain that killed our people. So we must not be asked to do wrong things here. We are very clear. The Queen does not represent anything good. Britain has got a lot of gold, yet they don't have a single mine of gold. Those are stolen goods. We must talk about reparation. We must talk about the return of the gold. We must talk about the return of the stolen diamond, and not these other side issues which are not important to us. How can you be
oppressed for so many years. After liberation, you've got nothing to show that we have been liberated. You have no land, you have got no bank, you've got no mind. The only thing you have is a hatred of other Africans. It was this queen who gave us surnames, by the way. This Britain, we did not have surnames. We were calling each other Kadireto Jarina. The surnames and the addresses, we did not have an address because they move up from year to year according to the season. So today we are given address, we are given borders, we are given surnames because we must be controlled by a certain nation which we must celebrate.
That is Julius Malema, who could not hide his language in his pocket, who could not choose to be an hypocrite such as the other African leaders who have demonstrated how hypocrite they are during that time when Queen Elizabeth died. Yeah, we all know that there were a lot of African leaders who left their countries in order for them to go and bow to the Queen Elizabeth. They bowed to a coffin, forgetting all the wrongdoing that these women have done to African nations. They went there, they did not even treat them in the respectful manners, but they were treated as school kids in the bus. They combined all of them together and put them in a one bus in order for them to go and bow to the coffin of a Queen Elizabeth. And then they have to go and bow before the new so-called king. That is how African leaders, they've been so disrespectful to African people. They forgot about everything that UK have done in Africa. Instead, they went there to appreciate and tell us on how Queen Elizabeth have done 1, 2, 3 things. Good way, but not bad things, which she have done. So Julius Malema, he had also this opportunity to do the same as these leaders. Why not going over there and being also put in one bus? But he did not say so. He said it very well: we do not mourn the imperialism, because these people, they have done a lot. Him saying this, did him lie? No. A true Pan-African, we should not see this like something simple. We should actually appreciate this kind of people who are standing up for what? Taking all this big risk in behalf of Africans, so that the message of Pan-Africans can be heard out there. Julius Malema, he did so. He spoke the truth, and this truth hurt them, because we all know that the government of UK, if you touch their queen or king, it becomes a serious problem. Now, let's take these 2 videos that I played for you in part 1 and the one that I played for you in part 2 of this video, or of this conversation we're having. Let us put them all together. You'll understand that the reason which the government of UK could not be able to give Julius Malema on their rejection of his visa to the UK, it's not far. We don't need to look it from far, but we have just to look on what Julius Malema have said before, the kind of the truth which Julius Malema had revealed before for these countries, and then that will be the main reason why they refuse. But they don't have the courage, they don't have the balls to come forward and tell him that, no bro, look, we are refusing to grant you the visa to the UK because of these reasons. They don't have it. Why? Because they know if they have to do so in the diplomatic way, it's going to be a serious problem. It's going to be a serious problem, because this will be like they are disrespecting South Africa. But let us put all this aside. Julius Malema did not apply a UK visa like me and you. No. Julius Malema, he applied the US visa as a South Africa diplomat. Because I strongly believe Julius Malema have a South Africa, or should I say a parliament diplomat, which allows him to go in every country without a visa. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comment section. It's just a conversation we're having. I might be not in full possession of the whole details, but maybe if you know something, don't feel free to share it with us in the comment section. But all I know, all the parliaments should be having one diplomat passport that can allow them to go to any country around the world in behalf of different activities. It could be for the government or even personal needs. All you need, you just need to inform the country or the embassy of the country where you are going that, no, I'm going this place, so that they can give you that access. Now, why are they refusing to give Julius Malema that visa if Julius Malema is in a possession of such kind of a powerful passport, a diplomatic passport? The message is loud and clear. Julius Malema, the truth which he had saw about 10 years ago, these people, they did not take it lightly. The speech which Julius Malema had given 10 years ago, these people did not take it lightly. It kept on hurting them day and night. They could see that, no, this man, he came here in our students, our university, teaching our students all this, telling them the truth of all the kind of crime we have committed in his country and in the entire Africa. That is the things which keeps on making them feeling like, okay, we can't let go of this, because if we have to grant him another visa to come over, it's gonna come and finish us. Remember, one of the strategy of the imperialism is to hide the secrets, the history of what they have done or what had happened in the Africa continent. They don't want the new generation to know about it. Why? Because they know that this new generation, if they have to be aware of what happened, well, they will be losing all their access to African mineral resources, to Africa politics, so name it, because the list is too long. But they lost all the access to all these activities. So they are trying everything by all means to hide the secrets, to delete the history. They are using their medias, they are using every possible tools they have. They are using these things to make sure that Africans, they should not know what happened. Now, when seeing people such as Julius Malema going over there, making all these kind of revelations, revealing things, and you know, you guys, if you see very well, there's a picture which I posted. We're having a conversation with people. I was trying to explain people the difference between Julius Malema and our brother Captain Ibrahim Traor. These two Pan-African heroes for me. I don't know about you, but for me, they are our heroes in our daily time. The difference between these two people is that Julius Malema have shown the way out. He planted a seed and Ibrahim Traor is executing it, but in a diplomatic way. Now, when it comes to Julius Malema, he is known as one of the radical politicians who does not hide his language in his pocket. Julius Malema will tell you the truth right there in front of your face. It does not care whether you are a president or not. Julius Malema, he will call your name in his speech if he knows that the person is talking about, it is you. Julius Malema will call Donald Trump by his name, addressing him directly. Oh, Elon Musk, oh, name them. But Ibrahim Traore, he speaks, but he does not mention people's names. That's already, if you've been following these two people, you'll see a bit of difference through their speech. But Julius Malema, if he knows that he's talking about Emmanuel Macron, he's gonna call the name out. And that, it is something which the Western, they have seen him as a danger to their politics in Africa. Because a man who does not have that diplomatic language, I always say that politicians are so hypocrite. politicians, they can come and tell you one thing today and tomorrow they change, all just because they feel like, no, you see, in the world of politics, you can't say this, you can't call a person name, you can't address them this way, blah blah blah. But with Julius Malema, I doubt, even if this man become a president tomorrow, I don't think he will change his language. And I think that is where all these people, they are hating Julius Malema, because they know very well that this man is the head of the state of South Africa. We are doomed. So we don't need to go far in order for us to understand the reason why they refuse to grant him a visa. No, they refuse to grant him a visa because of what Julius Malema have said so far concerning the Western and the UK government. Now, this left me with one thing in my mind, which I can leave it to you as a question. Us as South Africans, us as Africans, why are we not supporting this brother of ours? Why are we not seeing the value within Julius Malema? The person that we are neglecting back home, the person that we are calling names, the person who said that no, he make too much noise, blah 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 blah. See how other people of a different color, they are afraid of him. The speech of Julius Malema that we don't consider to apply in our daily politics activities. See on how other people who know the importance of this speech, they are so afraid to give him another chance or to allow him for him to take a platform in their country. Why can't we appreciate our heroes? Why can't we support Julius Malema as much as we are supporting Captain Ibrahim Traor? Why can't we, for an example, vote for him and make him a president of South Africa and see at least? Because today, Captain Ibrahim Traor is walking away with all this because he's the head of the state. He's actually delivering his vision as the head of the states. But Julius Malema is stuck. He might have his vision, he might have his ideas and everything, but he's stuck somewhere. Why? Because he lack what we call imperialism. Imperialism, I mean, okay, correct me, but he lack what we call authority. That authority whereby you can act as the true commander-in-chief of army, of all the institutions, which Ibrahim Traore has. And you see how it's like becoming even very impossible for the Western to attend him. Julius Malema does not have that. So my point here, I'm trying to say that let us appreciate our heroes. Our heroes can't just be Muammar Gaddafi, Patrice Emery Lumumba, or Kwame Nkrumah, or all these Africans, or Mandela. These people who have done their part, they done their part, they are no longer there. And most of them, they fail with their mission, all because they did not have the full support of the entire Africa. But us today, who have the opportunity, a chance for us to be united as one Africa and come out in support of these our heroes. You see what the whole entire world did recently concerning Captain Ibrahim Traore? Do you think that General Langley, once he get a chance to sit again in this US Senate, do you think he's going to say something bad about Captain Ibrahim Traore again? I don't think so. Do you know why? Because he knows very well that he have made many enemies all over around the world, especially in Africa continent. And Africans who love Captain Ibrahim Traore, if you come across this man, General Michael Langley, obviously they will tell him. And if he does not listen, well, we all know the outcome of such people when it comes in Africa. Because this man, for me personally, I see him as a betrayer who have betrayed his race in support of people who don't even consider his race. Instead of him being at the service of Africans, his fellow African brothers, from which he is original from. But he chose to work for the imperialism. And that is not something good. So guys, let us support our brothers. Everyone, Prof. Lumumba, Julius Malema, or Akira Shamanda, name them, all these Pan-Africans we know. We need to come forward and support them. we need to believe in their speech, because when us were busy neglecting these people, these people actually out there, they are living like that. They are making other people scared. They are making government tremble. Why? Because of their speeches that they've been giving all this time. So the UK embassy in South Africa denying a visa to Julius Malema in order for him to go and deliver his speech in the UK. I'm not surprised by all this. For me, it is normal. For me, it shows that the message of Julius Malema is being heard out there, loud and clear. The message or the speech of Julius Malema is being considered seriously out there to other nations. They might act like they're not aware of what is being said, or they might act like they're not aware of this African new revolutionary that is taking place right now with people such as Ibrahim Traor or Julius Malema and many more Pan-Africans. But deep down their hearts, deep down their cabinet meetings, they get to discuss about all this. You're not going to tell me that the UK ambassadors or people who had Julius Malema files, they took this decision on their own. No. They took this decision, of course, because it's coming from the head office, from the United Kingdom, in the high-profile politicians who have sat down and said that, no, look, we should not allow this man to come again here, because see what he have done, see what he have done. So they have kind of like, they banned Julius Malema. They put a red flag on his name or profile, so that whenever you have to apply for a UK visa, you should not be able to get it. That's what they did. But what can Julius Malema do in return? Mr. Julius Malema, personally, my advice to you, I think you don't need UK. You never needed them before for you to be who you are today, or for you to be where you are today. You need Africa with Africans. You don't need to go to UK, because you applying a visa for the UK, it's when you are giving them this, giving these people power in order for them to come and treat you in such a manner. You don't need that. Find a good example of Ibrahim Traor. Since he became president in that seat, it does not go anywhere. Ibrahim Traor only goes in 2 countries so far. The first one, it was Russia, when Russia organized Russia-Africa Summit. Ibrahim Traor went over there. He not went over there to show off or any kind of things like that. No, he went there because he knew that the whole entire world, the Western, all these former colonial who have been looting Africa, they'll be coming, or they'll be sitting somewhere there and watching what will be happening. So he wanted to use this platform in order for him to pass his message, and he did so. The second country which Ibrahim Traor visited, it is Ghana. Recently, when the new elected president of Ghana was sworn in, Ibrahim Traor went there. Mr. Malema, what I'm trying to tell you is that you imitating Ibrahim Traor in that way, it's something very beautiful. It's gonna send a strong message, not only to the Western, but even to the entire Africans, that we don't need to be crossing our borders in order for us to go to Europe, risking our life, dying in the oceans, all just because we want a green pasture over there in Europe. But it will make you passing a message to everyone that no, actually we can do better within Africa continent. Yes, I know you do not want to go there on your own. You wanted to go there because you were invited. Yeah, but now that they have shown you this kind of things, back off. Why not, for an example, this kind of a speech or this kind of conference you want to attend? Why not, for an example, you going to Zimbabwe, you going to Nigeria, you go to Burkina Faso, you going to Congo, you going to Cote d'Ivoire, you going to all of Africa continent, go and pass your speech. Because many Africans, they're dying, they're so thirsty to see you. They want to welcome you in their countries because of the message which you've been preaching for more than 10 years now, which now today we are seeing people such as Ibrahim, Captain Ibrahim Traor and many Pan-Africans are now coming together and applying this message. So you are being seen out there as a hero, and you just need to at least start visiting Africa continent. Do you know why? Because they love you, because they consider you, and they respect you. They believe in your vision. Now, in the UK where you wanted to go, what guarantee do you have that you come back alive? That's just a question I'm leaving to you, Mr. Malema. Because these people, they already hurt you. They see you as someone who's been destroying their mission or their success in Africa continent. They see you as their enemy because you keep on revealing the secret which they don't want Africans to know. When you go there, those who invited you, they can welcome you. You'll be well accommodated. You'll eat nice and everything will be fine. But what guarantee shows that when you come back, you won't have poison in your body? What guarantee do you have that when you come back, your aeroplane won't crash? All planned by these people. You don't make those kind of mistakes. When you see people such as Ibrahim Traore sitting home, because he knows that at home are much more safe than anywhere else. These people that I have engaged in a war with, these people, they will try everything by all means to eliminate me. Now, the moment you start traveling, going in their countries, it's like you are exposing yourself. You are exposing yourself, and we don't want to lose you because we can't afford to lose someone such as you, Julius Malema. I believe my message is loud and clear. I believe someone will pass this message to the president of EFF, Julius Malema, that us here at Cool Bus TV, in behalf of all Africans, all over around the world, in Africa continent, we say that we can't afford to lose you, Julius Malema. We need to protect you, and that's the reason why we're talking about you in our videos. Stay home, visit Africa, engage with Africa, all over Africa continent. Don't go over there to UK because you don't need anything. They have been listening to your message. From wherever you speak, they've been listening to your message. We take your message, we spread it, we share it through our channels, through our TVs and everything. We do that. So they get to see whatever you pass as a message. So you don't need to go over there because these people, they are so dangerous. You go over there, they won't come and show up physically, but they can hire someone, a specialist with a certain kind of a chemical to come and just poison your air conditions in the bedroom where you will be located. On the other side, you'll be feeling like, no, I'm having nice fresh air. Just to forgetting that in that fresh air, there's a certain chemical which is there to unlive you, and they'll make sure that they kill you slow. You'll even live UK like a healthy person. You get to South Africa, you live like a 3-6 months. The next things, you start getting sick. By then, it's gonna be very hard for you even to discover where did you get poisoned, who poisoned you, because it will be too late. The problem took place somewhere else. Now you end up dying somewhere else. So that are not the kind of risk we are willing to take. Stay home, visit Africa, do other activities, and that it is what us will suggest you to do because we love you so much as Pan-Africans, and I believe everyone who's watching this video, they love you too. Guys, that is it. The secret is revealed, and that's the reason why they refuse to grant Julius Malema this visa to go to the UK. Tell us also what you think. Maybe you have also more secrets than us. Feel free to share it with us in the comment section. We are looking forward to that. I believe that will be all for now, and we are looking forward to see you again in our next video. If this is your first time to watch our videos, well, this is a Pan-African platform that we are welcoming you. We have come up with this Pan-African platform in order for us to discuss matters that concern Africa with Africans all over around the world. So if you don't want to miss more from us, well, you just have to subscribe to the channel and give us your thumbs up, like this video in your number, so that this message can reach many more people out there. I believe that is it for now. Continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.